Wowza, wowza, world.
All right, guys, welcome to the Rouser World Art Stream. Welcome, guys. I'm glad to have you in the house today. Welcome all. Man, it's been been a minute. Been a minute, huh, guys? Okay, well, you know what matters is that we're here, man. God blessed us with another day, and that is again one of the most important thing, right? Do I look kind of tall here in this? I look kind of tall in this picture here. I don't know. Let me move this. Let me. I guess maybe something like that. Okay. Well, anyway, how do I look? I look good. Okay. All right. What's going on? What's going on? Gaming with Corey and Jay. How are you today? And whoever else is here today, welcome. If you haven't commented yet, today I'm going to practice on some themes and just some random face drawing as usual. And we'll draw just a couple. And then after that, what will we do next? We will do our word of the day. And then after that, we'll turn you guys over to the rest of your day. So this stream shouldn't take long at all, guys. I know y'all got things to do, right? The weather's finally nice. Well, in South Texas it is. I don't know where you guys are from. It might still be cold. And let me go over here. And I'm going to open up a new window here so that I can work from that. Hey, Sammy, how are you today? Yep. The most important thing, man. We got, every time I think about complaining about everything I don't have, I am reminded that someone today is living the thing that would be considered my worst day, my worst nightmare day. Somebody has actually lived or is living currently through that situation. So if I I'm having all my basic needs met, I have family around me and friends or somebody that cares about me, at least one friend, right? If I have anything to be happy about, I should count that as a blessing and focus on that instead of the negative thing. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I want to do a quick warm-up drawing here. But before I start warming up, I always like to pull up this. Let me pull up my my pics for caricature file here, and I like to pull up my emoji shapes. Right, this one here is kind of blurry a little bit, but I know y'all's might not be as blurry as mine looks. But let me see. Does that look blurry to you guys? No, only on my screen does it look blurry, because on here it seems to be very so I'm gonna put some emojis up here, and these are going to just be random themes, because what we're going to do, we're going to draw them as they are in the picture, and then we'll take them and then we'll try to make them feel or put another feeling into them. So one of the things I always tell my students is to be sure to look at or get how that person feels, right? So know what is your character feeling. That's such an important thing, and I think we leave that out in the picture. We get so consumed with trying to draw the picture that we forget to put life into our picture, right? Cuddy, how are you today? First off, how are you? And what is my expertise in lettering? I'm gonna put it like this. I don't think I have expertise in it. But what I will say is this: I see everything as an extension of drawing faces. So when lettering is really about steadiness of hand. So usually if I see any type of font that I like or whatever, I can generally just replicate that font on the first try. It was some weird talent I had when I was a kid. I can remember I got in big trouble for this, and I don't want you guys to attempt this. But I actually, I can remember I had got a failing grade when I was like maybe in the third grade or something, and I signed my mom's name to the report card because we didn't have all this stuff now where they send it to you on the computer and all that. You just got a little paper, and then you had to have your mom sign it, and you bring it back the next day. Well, I signed it for my mom because I didn't feel like she was going to be happy about my grade. And it was a really good signature, but it still looked like a third grader signed it. It was funny. All right, anyway, let me see here. So I want to start with just the faces that I normally. Let me see here. A fat graffiti S. Yeah, you can. I know what you mean. Kind of like one of those. I think I remember how to do that. You mean a fat graffiti S, like this? I remember seeing one of those. I used to do something like that, like a graffiti S. Yeah. It's a fat graffiti S. It's a bubble S. Well, you got to be thinking in dimension in order to do that. Any type of letters like this, you got to be thinking three-dimensional. What I would do is just look them up and just look up bubble letters on. Oh wait, let's see here. Let's look up bubble letters. Yeah, like these ones. So they got some nice bubble letters right there. Yeah. And then you just kind of do whatever you want to do. You want to sign a name, you got to think about it like a like kind of like bubbles, right? You think about it like bubbles. This would be an A, right? I remember I used to put the little thing on it like that and make it look like a right. Yeah. Anyway, man, you done got me off in the bubble letters right now. Let's put an M on there. We'll just call this guy, his name would be Sam. Sam. Let me see here. Put like a little sparkle on there, right? All right, so here we go. This is Sam right here. Now, again, let's make a quick little cartoon of Sam. We're gonna see what is Sam feeling right now. Okay, well, let's see. What if Sam's feeling kind of. I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna put Sam's feeling kind of happy here. We're gonna go to happy Sam, right? So Sam's eyebrows are gonna kind of go up like that, right? A little uppity action, right? And then we're gonna do like this. Instead of giving Sam his eyes, we're gonna do something like this. I think first off, I'm gonna use the easiest one you can possibly use. So I think it would be, let me see. Maybe this one here. Okay. So, Okay. And then we got to give Sam his nose here. And then we're gonna give Sam a little. What is this? What shape would this be? This would be like a upside down. I don't know. What is that? I can't remember the name of that shape right there. But I'll save my right now. But anyway, that's the shape, right? And then we'll come over here with our teardrops. Remember when we draw glasses, we can use teardrop shapes. That right. And then we'll just kind of bubble around here a little bit. Give Sam a little bit of wrinkle around the eye, right? All right, and then we're going to give Sam the mouth that he has here. So we're going to use the same mouth shape, but what we're going to do is make it smaller. So, because everything's real small with Sam here, so we're going to do something. We're going to go right here. We're going to do this. We're going to drop down. Do like that, right? I like to draw the bottom lip of the mouth first, and then I'll go over here, and then I'll do something like that. This way everything kind of goes together a little bit there, right? Teeth in there. All right. All right, let me see here. And then we'll come here with our butt chin. I wonder. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead with our head shape here. So what I'll do here, I want this is a 3/4 view, so I'm going to have a lot less of a shape on this side. I'm going to have a lot less shape on his side. So what I'll do here, I'll start way out here somewhere, and I'm going to focus in on the, actually on his, on those sideburns. So I want Sam's sideburns to be about right here. And then we'll just turn them up a little bit. Don't make them too busy. And I might come over here and add me another sideburn here like this. Come on down here. And then get off in here and then come down. Ooh, right. And then we'll come over here. And we'll come down. Ooh, right like that. Okay. Now let's do this here. Let's give him some cheekbones here. So I'm gonna do something like this here. I'm gonna make this one a little bit big here, like that, something like that. Okay, and then we'll put Sam's ear over here. Okay, and then we'll put Sam's other ear over here. Oh, we got to put some hair over here. So let's do that, and then get that other sideburn out here like this. We can just make a little light line inside of the glasses, and then we'll come over here. Yeah. All right. Now let's see here. Let's get us a little hat going on here. I forgot that this is going to get in the way of Sam's hat, but no problem. I can make it look like it's kind of going behind there. Let me see if I can get this turkey neck in here. How does that look anyway? It looks like a... What would I be thinking about when I did that? I would do something like that. In the middle maybe, right? Okay. And put some this here. And then we'll do something like this here. This is how I would do my cowboy hat here. Okay. And then I'll just come up here. I'm looking at this like a little potato chip. So we'll go kind of behind that shape, and then we'll picture it coming around here. So we'll do something like this, and we'll just kind of tilt our body around. Bam. Like that right there. Okay. And then we'll come over here to the other side, right? And we'll do the same thing. We'll go up, right? And then we'll come around, but we're going to stop right about here, okay? And then we have the rest of the hat. This looks like it's like a little ledge right here. So how would I do that? I can do that with a shadow if I want to, right? I could just go like this and bring it out. And you can see how it just kind of comes across and makes a little shadow in the hat right there, so it won't be so flat. And then we'll come over here. All right, bam. And then this one here will be like bam, and then it goes up here behind here. So we just run around here. So Sam is a cool cowboy, right? Apparently Beyonce is a cool cowgirl now, right? Yeah, maybe I might have to draw her in her cowgirl outfit today or something. All right, so let's make this just a little bit longer just to play with the cartoon effect of it, right? Okay. And you know what? Wait, let's do this and then come down a little bit with it. Just give him a little bit more sag in the jawline there, right? And then some little thing like that. All right. Now, let me see here. Let's go ahead and see how we want his collars to fold out. So what I'll do first, I'll go ahead and I'll draw this, right? So we can see how they're going to go. And then from here, we want to see how it's going to fold back here. So it's going to come off of his neck to this top part. And then the bottom part is going to fold down and then come to the bottom. And then the same thing with this side here. This is actually the inner shape, so I kind of made this at the wrong angle, but I can make it work. So I'll just do like this here. Bring it on around. Right? Sam got a little bit of hair on his chest, right? It's cowboy hair. Alright, and then we'll come down here. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, now we got Sam. Sam looks good, man. I think we got Sam rocking, man. The Sam is rocking. Oh, there we go. Now we got butt chin. All right, now let me see here. Let's get us a gray. Hey man, you know we could do some. Let me see here. Yeah, there. I'm gonna put these over here. This way we'll see. So let's do. What do we get? Can we do like a little quick color job real quick? Let's color up the side of our pencil. Make sure your pencil's real sharp, right? Sharpness in your pencil, all right? I know what you're saying. You can do this, right? And I believe you can as well. You just got to pick up your pencil. You got to try it. All right. So I love the color. I've always liked the color. Even as a kid, I used to love to put colors together. In fact, even now as an adult, I like to wear a lot of loud colors. You know, I like to go to work looking like a flamingo. So I keep one of my legs in the air, right? All right. So let's see here. Let's just do a little bit of shadow. I'm just doing this on the parts that I want to be dark first. That's a real key to coloring with dimension. You want to outline your spots where you want to go heavy at already. You know, you want to know where that's going to be at. So if you can do that, man, you're home free, right? So see how it, even if I just do a quick color job like this, man, it makes it look so much better, right? If you can see your picture like this, right? Yeah, there we go. And then in here, there we go. So Sam, you're looking good, man. Yosemite Sam. Okay. There we go. Then we just go ahead and color that top lip in here. Come here. This is a nice peach color. So if you get you some color pencils, you can use peach, right? That reminds me of one of my favorite movies I saw, Face Off. He was like, peach, I can eat a peach for hours. Peach, I can eat a peach for hours, right? But yeah, this is a really common cartoon color, so keep this in your arsenal. Now watch as I go back. Now if I work backwards and just do like a light shade over the whole picture, right, and eliminate some of the white spots, you see how it just kind of flows. See how it flows together and it looks kind of 3D-ish, man. There we go. All right, that looks great. All right. All right. So we got that first layer done, right? So we can put that back in here, and then perhaps we can come back with another color, like a. I would combine a pink maybe in here, and then maybe like, what is this color here? This is this looks like a medium almond, a deep medium almond. This is from the World of Colors. I don't know if you guys ever seen those markers in the Crayola World of Colors. These are excellent choice to use for your caricatures. So very awesome. All right, now let's see here. So before we get into that color, we can do either or first. I'm going to choose to go with the lighter color and then work to the darker color. So watch as I use this pink color here. And I think I can just move my camera. Let me move this down some so you guys can really see what the Rouser is cooking in the cartoon kitchen. All right. All right, let's get it straight here. All right, so here we go. We're going to use a little bit of pink all the way around, and watch what it does. I use it as kind of like that mid-tone between the pink, between the peach and this pink color here. Okay, so we basically got three colors working here. So see, and I'm doing the same exact thing. I'm only going to certain areas because this is going to be, it's going to just a little bit will make a grand difference in the scheme of your drawing, right? Just a little bit. All right. And you guys probably notice I don't color like this. I never use my pencils like this unless absolutely, like if I'm coloring something in here, and I still find it easier to use it from the side because it allows me to keep a point on my pencil, and you'll be able to shade easier when you hold a pencil like this and not like this. This makes you put more pressure on the top of your pen, and that's never a good thing. Right? All right. Again, guys, welcome. My name is Harry. Nice to meet you. I'm a professional caricature artist, and I do this for a living. It's my full-time job. I teach and I draw, right? I teach because it helps me to draw better. Some things you'll see me get on here and practice. You say, man, this guy needs to go back to the drawing board, right? And I will in due time on that. But I love to draw. I've been doing that since I was a youngin'. And this started out as this channel started out as a bit of an experiment, and then some kind of way it gained its identity along the way, and it's still evolving. You know, turned into ministry now. So I look at it as ministry because you have to help so many people. You know, so many people want to draw, and one of the things, a few things that artists we kind of all have in common. I feel like we have this emotional thing going on inside, right? We're very emotional. You ever talk to someone that's very creative? They have that equally, like they're Two-Face from Batman. You know what I mean? Like they could flip a coin, right? Be arguing with themselves. Yeah. Sometimes as artists we get like that. So if that's you, you're not in the boat by yourself. It happens to us all. Right? And so anyway, you know, we started it. Now it's a ministry, and we get to help others, and we get to spread art and encourage people to, you know, do something with that artistic talent that they have. So if it's your first time, again, welcome. If I do commission drawing, so if you want me to do something for you, like you want to send me a picture and have me draw it and ship it to you, I do that kind of stuff too. So all you have to do is send me a picture of your family. I'll make a special memory for you. It's gonna be really special. And you can do that just by going to our website or whatever, or our Facebook. Also, guys, tips are appreciated. So if you feel like you're benefiting in some shape, form, or fashion from the information that I'm sharing with you today, hey, if you wish to tip, that would be super awesome. Tips are appreciated. Thank you so much. All right. All right, now, what's the next color we're going to use? Let's put that pink up. So we're 2 colors in. Remember, we had our peach and then we had our pink, okay? So the next color would be this. Remember, we talked about this this medium deep almond color. So this is where I get into my darks right here. And then I'll just use this the same way. And watch how it just goes right down in there. It makes those darks the way I want to. Right? And see how I'm just coloring off the side of the pencil right there, creating those darks. Creating them in there, right? Let's go right here and we can add some darks here. Some darks here. Look, we can add it underneath this chin right here and watch what it does. It kind of makes the chin look like it's poking out a little bit. I have a background in portrait, so I draw portraits, and that's how I learned a lot. Some of the things that I use in my caricature, I learned from when I used to draw portraits. Things you can do to enhance your picture. Let's go up here, just underneath here. Oh man, okay. Now, this is what we'll do here. This color right here seems to be calling my name. Harry. So I'm gonna use it. Let's see what happens. This could be a disaster. But again, see how I'll color from the side of my pencil? Color with a light, press real light right there. Oh man, yes. It's beautiful. Wonderful. Awesome. All right, see that? Oh man, yeah. Cream frige. That is one of my favorite episodes of South Park. I don't watch that anymore, by the way, but when I did watch it, I saw that episode. I never forgot about it. Okay. Okay, now what do we need here? So I'll tell you what, we really don't need any more colors other than the black that will go for his eyebrows. So for that, I'll just kind of switch up and go with a, let's see what we have here. Dun, 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 dun. We have our Sharpie over here, right? All right, let me see. So let's do this. We don't want to color it all the way in. And this one's a little dried out, but that works to my advantage. Right? Because Sam has real bushy eyebrows. And we can even add some bush right here. Right? To Sam's eyebrows. Right? All right. Just like that. All right. And then we'll put this one up, make this one quick, and we'll do some gray here for the gray hair. So I'll just come in here and then just do like a little, because I don't want it to be too, then down here I'm just going to kind of leave it really light. Excuse me. See that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That. There we go. Okay, and then what do we need here? Some brown, maybe. This hat, golly, I don't feel like coloring all that in, but I could do it. Let me see. I guess we can use this. Actually, we need some yellow maybe this color right here with a little brown in it. So we can do it real quick. Bam, watch. Just, again, use the side of that pencil. Okay. Let's go around here. And we'll leave Sam. Just like that. And then we'll come back here with this marker. Watch this, and then we'll use that other color and come across down here. Create those shadows. Right? Create a little bit of shadow here. Alright. We'll add a little bit of brown in there. But maybe like in a crosshatch, right? Not too much where it's overpowering our shadows, but it kind of kills the effect of the brown. So this is like some kind of like a really soft pale yellow color, which worked out real good for this. I actually found these pencils that I'm using. I found these on a deal. I don't know if you guys have a Ross wherever you're at, but that's where I found these at. And then here I'm just gonna color this in a little bit darker. Again, I'm gonna back off from the end of the pencil. I'm gonna color back here now. And the reason is I want to color dark, but my hands are heavy. So well, my hands are heavy, or your hands are heavy too. The closer you are to here, the more pressure you're putting on your lead. So you want to back up and put the pencil so you can see where you're doing. You can color inside the lines easier than if you do this. This right here, you can color in the line, but this right here gives you a nice even coat of the color that you want. Right? So see that? Then I left that little lighting in there right there. Oh man, that's it. Okay. All right, so I think we're done with the Sam here. All right, other than Sam's shirt, he got like some little red. He got some little red things there, right? And I don't know what color that would be, but if I was going to color this here, I would do it with a marker. What would be a cool color for that? I think blue would be cool. I think blue would be really cool, like maybe even this aqua color, maybe. Let me see. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do something like that. Sam is a cool cowboy. You got some icy white, you got the snow drip. That's what I call the snow drip. And then we can just add this little shadow right here. Right in there. Yep. Yeah, buddy. Got that from Ronnie Coleman. I used to watch his. Every now and then I'll still watch his videos. He's a really big guy this time. I'm like, man. Okay. All right. And there we go. All right. We're in there. We're in there, guys. We're in there. All right. So we got Sam. That's kind of counter to Sam, but we did it anyway, okay? So we're done with our first caricature. The next one I will not take that long on. I know I did a lot of unnecessariness on this picture right here. So we'll go to our next one. Don't forget to sign your work. Okay. All right, and awesome, right? What do you think? Pretty cool. I thought it was cool too. So anyway, thank you again for coming out and drawing with me. I'm going to take you into my next picture, and I don't know what that's going to be. I just kind of go with the flow of it. So we're just going to go with the flow and see what we can come up with next. Okay. All right. So let me see here. Okay. These are all ones that I've already done before, but it doesn't matter, right? I'll just work from this. This one here, I got this. This is the one I got offline here. I'm always using these in my classes, but you could draw. Faces are faces, right? They all the same. They're all the same. We just think we're not. Hey guys, give me just a second. I had to take a brief station identification to gotta go do something real quick. Be right back. Couldn't think of what to say. Be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, so let's see here. So that's actually a little cowboy theme there. So let's see what we can do with this guy here, right? Tell you what we'll do. Let's move this up. We're not going to stick to the traditional. Let's say we get this guy. He comes and he wants us to draw a picture of him. And let's say he wants to be a cool guy, right? Tell you what we'll do. Actually, let me use this other one here because this one is just like way blurry to me. Let me see. Is this the one that I had, or was that one, or was it this one? I think it was this one. This one's a lot clearer for me. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go with a cool guy. Okay. What if we went over here and we want him to be in this theme right here? We're gonna make a cool guy theme, right? Okay. So what we're gonna do first of all is we have to lay down a cool guy foundation, right? So in order to be a cool guy, you have to have a cool foundation, right? So let's see what we can come up with here. Cool foundation. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I don't need that. Let's just do this. Here we go. Foundation. Watch. It's everything. One. Now watch how I'm just kind of copying what I see here. I'm going to get that nose shape in there first, though. So I do want that nose shape. I want something like this. Okay, watch. Just watch me, watch me. Okay. All right, now we're going to do this. But we're going to make it a little deeper. So his smile he has a deep smile. So we're going to use the same concept as that, right? But we're going to do like this. Huge smile, right? Now watch this. Okay. See that? Okay. Those gum lines in there, right? Now let's see here. Cool guy, right? I'll do like this here. See? Okay, cool guy. Let's see here. Okay, let's go over here. Create that imbalance between the top of the head and the bottom. He has very small ears here. So that's going to be something fun for us to work with, right? He has really, really small, little ears right there. He has a long neck, right? All right. Now we're going to go up here to the top here. Watch this. We're going to go. Okay. Okay, yes. Mm-hmm. Ah. Nice. Furrowing of the eyebrows. The younger rouser with hair. Yes. Hey, Miss Ebony, how are you today? Thank you for coming today. Thank you. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you. Now, once we got that right, then we come over here, watch. And we drop it down. Ah, yeah. You see how that smile looks real powerful, like right? It doesn't look boring. You know, we don't want boring smiles. So we want to make that smile. Again, we want the basic smile shape, but we want to make it a deep smile, and then we want to build on that smile, right? So there's one thing that I've learned about caricature is that the simpler you get, the more effective your drawing is going to be. The more you stick to the basic idea of your caricature, you're going to be able to get that likeness because you're building that caricature on the foundation. Okay, so this is our cool guy scene. So if someone asked me to draw them cool, I might, it doesn't take a whole lot of things to make you look cool. All it takes is pair of shades. How do I look? Do I look cool now? Yes, I think so. Only thing is I can't see now. Let me take these things off now. All right. So let me put my glasses back on. All right. You can't be cool and old at the same time, right? Or can you? That'd be a thing. Is that a thing to be cool and old at the same time? Older at the same time, right? Hello, Frank. How are you today? Glad that you can come out. I'm being frank with you. Okay. No more dad jokes. Oh, okay, I'm done. No more dad jokes. All right. I can't help it. I'm a dad. Oh, yes, the pill, right? Okay. So I think Frank came in right as I was making a point. All right, so let's add a little bit of shadow. Let's add a little life to our picture here, okay? Let's do a little shadow here. So again, just some real simple shadows here. I'll come down here. And I'll go right down there all the way down. Bam, it's like that, right? So we put a little shadow with the lighting come from this side. And then we'll come over here and we'll add some little shadow here. And just underneath these glasses. That's always my little touch right there. All right, you see how it makes the glasses look like it's coming off of the face, kind of, right? And then you can just do the top lip like that. 1, 2, right. Right underneath here. 1, 2, right? And then we got this one right here, look. 1, 2, 3, coming in there like that. There we go. Oh, look. Like that, right? Okay. And then we're gonna, let me see here. A shadow right there. Okay. And I think that's enough. Oh yeah, one more thing. We have to put it here. So again, if we stand back from the marker, when we go into these little areas, if we don't put our finger right on the tip, it's easy. We can see where we're going. And then we're just using this part of our hand, right? That part of your hand is, the matrix is unloaded. That's right. Okay, just like that. See? So that made our teeth stand, our little smile stand up, right? And then I might wait for it to dry and come back and hit the edge of it again real quick. But, that's pretty cool. All right, now let me show you what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go with he got some black glasses on, right? So this is what we'll do. Okay. Come over here with my Sharpie. Nothing like the sound of opening a new marker, right? Let's open that marker up. Let you guys get plenty of sound effects there. Can you feel that? I know you're like, oh, stop it. Is it does that feel like somebody scratching a blackboard? I don't know. Let's put that over here. All right, here we go. So we're going to take this marker here. This is a quick way. Keep your big marker around you. So this way you can do like quick effects. Watch. And then we can even go around here like that, just like that, right? Okay. All right, now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the eyebrows. It's real quick, right? But not all the way in, right? Just Now watch how we do this. We're gonna put some reflection in the glasses. I don't know if you guys just seen my little John short, but this is how I do my reflection. It's real easy, quick to do. Just do something like this. See? Now he got a little reflection in the glasses. Oh, now watch when we add this shadow right here. This is like the bam. So then it just brings everything out forward to you, right? This marker right here, can you smell that? God, it is strong. It's a smell that goes across the internet. Right? All right, let me see. Now, for the hair, I'm gonna take this marker. I'm gonna put this down. Right, we don't need that for the hair. We're gonna use this marker. Okay, this is a monster heart marker. Oh, that's a strong marker right there. Don't do that if you're going to be driving afterwards. Okay. So watch. And then again, I'll come over here, put my first layer down. There we go. Okay. Come over here and back away from it a little bit. Okay. And then, what can we do next? Oh, you know what? Let me see something. I wonder. Hold on a sec, guys. You know, I've never tried that before. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh, okay. So, how do you do that? Trimming. Oh, so you do like this. Hmm. Oh. Oh, okay. Check it out. I can do that. Hold on a second, guys. Let me set something up real quick. Hey, Cherish, how are you? You just got off work. Awesome, awesome. Let me just I'm trying to think how I can do this. Where hold on a second. Where it's not like all the way in the way. Hold on a sec, guys. Okay, and now let's let me put a safety counterbalance of some kind. What do I have in here that's heavy? I got it. There we go. That's a cool counterbalance right there. Okay, so I just went live on Instagram as well, but I had to use my phone to go live on Instagram. So anyway, we're on this other picture here. Let's go ahead and finish up the hair real quick. I'm learning to keep Cherish. I'm so proud of you. You're learning to keep your cool at work. So let's go in here and add some curls. So see what I did? I used a marker that was kind of dried out there. Right. And then on top of it, I used a marker that's not dried out. And then it makes my hair look cooler when I do this. It really looks like I know what I'm doing, right? And the fact of the matter is, most times I don't know what I'm doing, right? That's just, I'm like every other human being, right? There we go. All right, so there you go. We got our cool glasses, and then let's go ahead and give him a little bit of a shirt here. Okay, so we're gonna do something like this. Okay, and then we will just put some little cross hatch in there like this. Okay, and we got our picture down to a science. Okay, so we're going to go to our next picture. We're just again practicing putting down our caricatures, creating themes out of it. And this was my cool guy theme. So it's, for instance, if the guy, you're sitting at work, you're doing a live caricature, young man comes up, this is what he looks like. You want to make him look cool, but you're like, I can't cover his eyes up because it's not going to look like him. Yes, it will, because most of the time, what makes you look like you is a lot more about your head shape or the way you're shaped than anything else, right? So as long as, let me give you guys I'm going to give you a little secret here. The secret is the nose shape, right? You know, and the nose is in the middle of your face, and there's a reason it's in the middle of your face, because it's such a pivotal point or a pivotal part of what you look like. And if you get that right in relation to that smile, and I always, you know, turn up your picture a little bit so you can see over here on the other screen. I have my emojis up. So I know you guys on Instagram, y'all can't see the other screen because you're not on YouTube. But over here, I have I have another screen where it talks about it has some emojis on there. Okay, so let's go to our next picture. All right, enough of that stuff. Let's see who we're gonna try next. What about? We'll just go to her face, right? Okay. Do I do graffiti as well? No, I don't. But you'll notice that my pictures look kind of graffiti. It's just because I have a background in graffiti, right? According to the NYPD. When we was kids, we spray paint on stuff when we was in New York. So that was a jokey joke, man, jokey joke. All right, so let's see. What kind of theme do we want for her, right? So let's just say we want to make her look like she's super in love, right? Maybe she's with maybe she's sitting down with her guy, and they want to put her in the same picture. We're just going to draw her, obviously, but maybe no, he looks too young for her, so she looks a little older than him. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how we would approach that, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and get my little marker out here. This is caricature number 3 of the day. Let me make sure this one has a lot of ink. Okay, here we go. We got some good ink. So we're going to be using this Sharpie here. All right, now watch. What we're going to do is we're going to lay down the foundation, okay? So remember, even though her eyebrows on this picture, I'm going to try to turn this a little bit. I know it's a lot of glare in that picture right there. Maybe I can put something. Is that glare too bad for you guys right there? Maybe I could just put this underneath here. Something like that. Got to rig it up. All right, there we go. Just trying to get that glare out there. All right, so watch this. So no matter what the eyebrows say here, we're going to still turn them up, right, like this. Okay, watch. Happiness. Okay. Okay. Now from the happiness, we're going to leave out the eyes for right now. We're going to go straight to that nose shape. I want to figure out what my relationship to the eyebrows are. So she has a small button nose. I'm going to use a small, very small shape because I want the eyes to be the focal point of the picture. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to her smile. Remember, we're going to use the same smile as we see in the picture. She has a smile that kind of does like this. So we're just going to make a simple smile like that. Okay. Now we're going to add this little line on the side like this because that should feed off of the nose again. And then we'll come across the top and watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we got this shape here. 5. So we got simple shapes, right? And then we'll just do something like this. We'll just draw her a one-liner right here and maybe color in the side to give us a little bit more dimension, okay? Now on the screen here, you'll see that on my emojis, you'll see that she has hearts, right? So what I'll do is I'll do something like this. Okay, you see that? And then we'll come down here and we'll put her little chin in here, right? And then we'll come over here, watch, and we'll come down to here. We'll do our cheeks like this, and then we'll come in here and we'll go around to the side. Then we'll do the same thing over here like this, come around. And then we'll go down and hit it like that, okay? Now let's add some ears to our shape. We'll make them small. She got some little earrings in, so we'll just add the earrings right here and right here, okay? Now let's do the top of her head shape. 1, okay? 2, 3, 4. Connected. Long neck shape, right? And then we'll do a shape on the top here. Okay. And then we'll do a shape over here to the side. And another shape over here. Okay? And then we'll just do like this on the front to add some dimension, right? And then we can do something like this. Right? So she's so in love, right? We can even make it pulse out like this if we want. Make them posy love. Right? And then we'll just go ahead and put her jacket in here. She has like a little rip jacket. So what I'll do here is I'll make the rips in the jacket first. Kind of eyeball it a little bit. Got to get used to eyeballing when you're a caricaturist, right? See how I eyeballed it? So now it looks like she's wearing like a little ripped jacket, like a jean jacket. Ooh, and then what I saw today when watching Tom and Jerry, how this little shape comes from the front, and then there's a line behind it. I saw that where it makes your shoulders look like it's kind of going up. I'm paying attention to cartoons all the time, and now all I have to do is just kind of color in my brow shapes right here. All right. Now you see how fun that looks, right? So you can create themes and still have the likeness of the person without putting even, you know, the specific ideas. That nose shape, relationships, or your features are really the most important. Okay, so what are we going to do next? I'm going to go over here and get my gray. Okay, and this is, you know, you get one of the Crayola grays or whatever, and then again we'll do like this, a little shadow here. Okay. Again, guys, my name is Harry. Welcome to the live stream. If you are a first-time guest, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. And we do these live streams twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Saturday, it's at 11:30 a.m. This Saturday, though, I'm going to be a little late, guys, by the way, because my nephew has a soccer game and I'm going. Right? That's all to it. All right. So the stream will be probably about around 1 o'clock or so. And if you guys want to attend, I'd love to have you, okay? All right, so let me see here. Just about there. Let's go ahead and do this hair up here. All right. Okay. And maybe if I'm drawing live, I might, just to make it cool. All of my color markers are back here. Give me a minute, guys. I got plenty of colors here for you. I got some red here. You know, you want to have red for your Valentine's Day, right? Even though that's already passed by, but. And then I love these too. I'm going to show you these other markers I like to use. I like these. I use these at work a lot. And these are like some jumbo Crayola marker, project markers. You can do all kinds of cool stuff, right? So you can, let's say we want to make liven it up. Somebody might ask me for some color. I'll be like, okay, I can do some quick coloring for you, right? So I might do something like this. I hold my marker like that. Right? Boom. Right? Right? And then she has some, she's like, I'm in love. Right? It's a cool little love theme. Okay? Okay. I don't know. It needs another color here. I don't know what it needs. What color does it need? Hey, Tammy, how are you? What's going on? Man, it has been a long time. Where you been? Yeah. Like in the picture, right? You see how I did it? So that's how. This is. Hey, you wouldn't believe it. This is where I get all my themes from. This is where I get my themes from. I don't know why. I think red and pink kind of so close together that it won't be so disruptive. So let's. I don't know. Let's just do it. I don't care. You know. Ooh. All right. And then that's all I'll do. I ain't gonna do nothing else on that, right? And then we'll just put a name. We'll just call her. We shall call her. We shall call her. What should we call her? So lovely. That's her name. So lovely, right? Yeah, and then she's gonna like that picture right there. That's, you see there, you didn't have to do anything. So that's how you would do a so in love theme. That's my so in love theme. Okay. All right. What do you guys think about that? Oh, let me wave at everybody on Instagram over here. If you guys want to come on over to YouTube, I'm live on YouTube as well. If you want to be able to see the other screen and see me and all that, you can go to YouTube. But if you're cool just watching my hands, right? It's okay. All right. So we did. This is our third picture. Our first picture we started out with. Remember, we started, guys, with Sam, right? And then we have, and Sam was just a rhinestone cowboy, right? And then we went to our cool guy theme, right? So we took our guy, remember this guy here, and then we, instead of drawing him with his eyes, we took some glasses, put him on there. Remember that that nose is such a pivotal part of the drawing, right? And then we have the so lovely, and we took her and made her into a love theme, right? She's in love with this person, right? So it's pretty cool, okay? All right, so I think we got time, guys, for, let me see here. What time did I start at? 4 to 5? Okay, so I think we got time for maybe one, maybe two drawings, and after that, we're going to do our word of the day. And then after we finish our word of the day, we'll go ahead and soul glow, right? Soul glow, right? Yes, and any requests, guys, I'll be happy to do a request for you. But as I explained, I do this for full-time employment, right? This is how I take care of me and the three kiddos, right? Y'all, for you guys that didn't know, that haven't been here for a while, you know we got a 3-month-old now. So I got a 3-month-old, then we got Ethan. Y'all remember Ethan, the 3-year-old that looks like the Tasmanian devil when he comes through my office? Yeah, that one. And then we got my older daughter, Cassidy. And so this is what I do. I'm the guy that, so tips are appreciated. Thank you if you feel like you're benefiting from the information that I am sharing with you today. You can do that through Snapchat, Super Chat, right? Or I don't know how to do that on Instagram. If you guys want to do that on Instagram, you can. Yeah. All right. Let me see here. So let's go over here, and we got, who we gonna go to next? Who do y'all see? Who y'all see that you like? Let's see. Or should we just switch it up all together? I don't know. Let me see. Let's look at let me see here. I don't know. Let's try what about, I guess we can try this picture here. Okay. So let's see what we can make our cartoon feel. Let's look over here in our cartoon scope, right? Let's see what we can see in the cartoon scope. All right, so we have an array of emotions here. Okay, what emotions should we use now? What if we used a, let me see. What if we don't want somebody that's pissed, right? Let's not do that. You want to do, we can do a cheesy emotion, right? See this one? This is a cheesy emotion. I don't know. Let me see if I can pull this off, man. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do a cheesy emotion. So we're gonna with this one we're gonna kind of close her eyes on this picture. So yeah, this is what she looks like. Like let's pretend you're drawing her. She's sitting there, and at the benefit of being able to draw live is that you get to create the emotion. You get to create what your character feels like. So you want to always consider what they feel like first before you just take off drawing the picture, because other than that, you're going to draw a very flat and not really live picture. So you might get a likeness, but it's going to look like they're bored, right? And there's nothing worse than being, I remember maybe about this is a little story for you. Me and my wife's uncle, maybe about how long ago was that? Maybe about 11, 12, 13 years ago. He came to visit, and so he wanted to go downtown to see downtown, and I was like, okay. So I decided to ride with him, and I hadn't been in a nightclub in so long that while we was riding, I says, man, let's do something crazy. Let's just walk off in a nightclub and see what's going on in there, see if we can remember. So you got these two old guys. We go to this nightclub, and the first thing that went wrong was they double charged us because of how old we was. I was like, what do you mean? Why y'all charging them more than they charge us? And they charged us more because we was older. I said, oh, this is not a good sign. So anyway, we just went in. We said we're just gonna go in and look just to see what the club looked like now. Is it changed or what? And so I had went in there, and everybody was standing on the wall looking at each other. Like it wasn't at all like when I used to go to the club. We used to walk out of the club, and we would be like, we'd have these rayon shirts on, and we'd be done dance so much that the shirt be sticking to you by the time you come out the club. You just all drenched in sweat because you was dancing so much. Over here, everybody just walking around looking at each other, and it looked boring. That's the reason I brought the story up with you, is because it just standing around looking boring. So we don't want no boring caricatures. All right, so let's go ahead and do this picture right here. Watch this. So we're going to do a cheesy smile. Watch. Cheesy. We're going to do cheesy eyebrows. Look, even though it doesn't say it in the picture. Again, watch it again. Watch. I'm just playing with her relationships now, okay? Now, she has eyes that are very set apart. So I'm going to do her eyes very set apart. Okay? But I'm going to add eyelashes to it. Just like that. All right? And then I'm going to make sure I get that nose relationship right, because that's the most important part of the picture. So I'm gonna go here, 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 but I want this wide shape across the top here. And then I'm going to do like this. Now, cheesy smile. Watch this. So you see how that's like a boat-shaped smile in the picture? And that emoji, I'm going to use that same boat shape here. But I'm going to make it small for her. See how it looks real boaty, right? And then it does like this. See? And then, right, we can do like this. We can make the teeth like the ones in the picture. I mean, that would be pretty funny. Let's just do it. What do you say? Let's do it. I'm gonna do this business. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. We just did it. It doesn't. But as long as it got the relationship, it doesn't matter. This is creativity, man. Look, now we go here. All right, watch this. Now we come over here. Watch. All right, come around this side. All right. Okay. Then we go up here. See that? And then we got this little shape here. Okay. And then we got, let me see. Then we got these two big little things here. We're just going to make them simple. She's at a bit of a 3/4 angle, so we can add that in there. Okay. And then we'll just add this little line like here. And we'll go ahead and we'll color this in. Right. Okay. And then we can just do like this here. Right. All right. Add a little shirt right here. And then we can do like this. Okay. And then we'll have this go like that. So you see how it makes her shoulders look like it's going up and she looks real happy and whimsical, right? And we can make this darker if we want, right? Just make it darker. Okay. So see, even though it doesn't look, we don't have our eyes, this is using that imagination once again. Okay. All right, now, and it still looks clean, you know what I'm saying? It looks clean, it looks clean. And even though we did our teeth like that, it still looks clean. Okay. All right, now, here we go. We got some shadows. Let's add these shadows in here. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then we can just come back here to the hair, and I guess we can use this big marker here. See now? Okay. Okay. And last but not least, if you want to add any final details or whatever to your picture, I always recommend you do it here because this is when it starts, you know, you don't overdo it. But if you start with these kind of lines first, you always undoubtedly wind up making your picture too busy. So you want to, again, work from your general to specific ideas in the picture. Okay, so let's just add some more eyelashes here. Whoop. All right. We can even put some little darks on the side here. This will help our mouth stand out a little bit more. More cheesiness, right? And this right here is my cheesy. This is who we're gonna call her, Cheesy Weezy. Miss Cheesy Weezy because she's so cheesy. Right? Okay, so that was, I think that's going to be our last demonstration for the evening as far as drawing is concerned. Real quick, I just want to focus on one little section for you just so you can get the idea of it a little bit better if you haven't been able to pick that up. So when you're drawing anyone's mouth shape specifically, let's just use this guy right here. We're just using the nose and the mouth as an example. You want to always, I picture a shape like this coming off of the mouth, right? So that's in my mind, right? So when I'm doing my smile is going to be the bottom of the smile coming back up. and then this line across it. Then I can do like this, and you see here now I can control what happens inside of the shape a little bit easier, and I know where my smile lines go to now. You get it? Like that. Okay? This part down here is just pretty much, you adding a shape to it down here. So this is the shape you ought to think about when you're drawing around the mouth. You need to see that shape in the face when you smile. And everybody has it. It's just you have to train your eye to be able to do it. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start closing out. So I'm going to be doing my word of the day. Okay, guys. So if you'll give me just a moment, we're going to conclude on Instagram. If you guys want to hear the word of the day on Instagram, or if you're here, you can head over to YouTube, and then we'll go ahead and do that. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and shut the Instagram out. But thank you guys for coming. I hope that you were able to learn something as well. Oh, also tips are appreciated at $ Browser World. There we go. If you learned from your friendly neighborhood, it's Cash App, by the way. If you learned from your friendly neighborhood art teacher today, man, thank you so much, guys, for being a blessing to me and my family. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and, how do I do this here? Let me see. I've never done this before, so let me do this. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so I had 23 people on here. Okay. I guess I can share it. Let me see. Write a caption. Live on YouTube. Teaching caricatures. Okay, hold on, let me see here. Okay, and I think so you can put, I didn't know that on Instagram, you can actually put like entire videos on Instagram as well. I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right, guys, give me just a moment and we will be back and we'll do our word of the day. Give me a second to clean up this mess. All right, guys. So, welcome back to the stream. We're going to go ahead, guys, and get into our word of the day. Just let me go ahead here and go to my Bible app here, and we're going to share a word of encouragement. At the end of every stream, I like to share a word of encouragement because we all need to be encouraged, right? We all need to be encouraged. We're all going through the same thing. And as I showed you today, I just want to point out, and I always say that when I come to when you come to the live stream, if you've never heard me say it, this is your first time hearing me say it. I want to kind of put down here for you that when we draw things, I use what's common to everybody, and then I build off of the commonality. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? Okay. No matter where you go on the planet Earth, this is a smile. No matter where you go, that person, you see that face, you know what that means. It overcomes relationship barriers. It overcomes race. It overcomes religion. It supersedes all that stuff. It's understood by everybody what that face means. Okay, and then from there, I began to do things, right, to make it look like someone, right? All right, who's that look like? That look like me, right? So this is fundamentally what I'm doing. If I'm sad, if I'm angry, this face is automatically understood by everybody. And from there, I can create the same thing using the same ideas. Okay? Whatever. Okay? So, since we all go through, or we are really the same and we think we're different, I'm talking about fundamentally, we're all the same. Yes, we have defining characteristics, but our foundations are all pretty much the same. You know, we like to have we love to have family. We like good food, right? We like good music. We like, you know, we kind of all we all do the same thing. I look up and down my street, right? And the kids over there and their dad and mom, and there's another kids over here with dad and mom. Wow, this pattern keeps repeating over and over again. Mom, dad, kids, family, people living in a house, right? Unless you live somewhere, you got some form of a house. You get what I'm saying? We all keep doing the same foundational things. Our house might look different, but it's still a house, right? Okay, so that's why I share the word of the day, because I feel like, you know what, we're so we focus a lot on things that are different, right? But we never really focus on commonality. And when we focus on commonality, this is what a relationship is called. When I can I can relate. But when you relate, what you're saying is, I recognize we have a commonality, right? I can relate, right? The other day, I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I was at the park with my son. There was a lot of kids running around. And my kid's Ethan's very happy-go-lucky. He's very happy, and because we teach him to be that. So he's running around in a jungle gym. Is a picture of all these kids running around. And Ethan stops right before he's about to get to a slide. He wants to slide down because his sister's up top, and I'm waiting for him at the bottom. Another young little fella comes up to the side of him. The little fella may have been about maybe 4 years old, 3 years old. He stands next to my son, and he looks, but my son is oblivious that he's even standing there, and he's looking at him like he's ready to, you know, like he's ready to fire off on him, like he want to hit him, you know. And inside, I felt like as a father, I felt like if he hit my son, I'm gonna have to. This is because my son's not bothering. So you know what I mean. And where's his parents? And then I'm like in my mind, Lord, if I have to talk to this person's parent, you know, because children are a reflection of their parents. You show me your kids, I can tell you who you are, right? A lot of your kids are reflections of their parents. Whoever they were raised by is what they're going to reflect, right? And so in my mind, I'm thinking relationship. Would it have been, what if I would have talked to this parent? I didn't get to talk to them because eventually the situation just de-escalated. The little kid went on his way, and fortunately for us, nothing else happened because of that. But I was thinking, man, what kind of parent would I have ran into? Would I ran into the parent that was going to relate to me and say, I understand how you feel if your child wasn't doing anything and somebody just came up and just, hit your son for no reason. As a parent, we can relate and say that, that's not right. And then we can set things in order. Or was I going to run into somebody that was just as foolish as the child was, that could not relate because he's focused on our differences versus our commonality? So today, our word of the day is going to deal with just that. It's going to be about finding or being a good friend, or how to relate to people. Okay? So I'm going to go here. I'm reading out of this book. This is I found this book the other day. It's called the Most Significant Teachings in the Bible. And it's a quick review guide. It's written by Christopher Hudson. So I'm going to kind of read through what he wrote, and then we're going to kind of chime in and talk about the different points that he's made and what that means and how we can apply that and what can we learn from this particular teaching today. And then if we need to go to the Bible about it, we'll have our Bible app here so that we can go and we can highlight whatever scriptures or chapters that we want to go back and read on. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started here. So, first of all, thank you, God, for this day. And thank you for everyone here that, that attended the stream, those that were not able to attend that normally attend. And I pray for all the newcomers that are here here for the first time. And we're just glad to have them here as well. My prayer, Father, is that we all learn from your word today, and that not only do we learn what the word says, but we have the strength, the courage, and most of all the faith to be able to implement these things into our life so that we can learn how to be better friends and build better relationships. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so they said they had always thought of themselves as Jesus' disciples. They had always thought of themselves as Jesus' the disciples, i.e. his students or apprentices. So everybody knows that Jesus had disciples. So they thought of themselves, right, as his disciples, as students or apprentices, right? It says, and on many occasions they function as his helpers. So he had these disciples, he had the 12 disciples, and these people were his helpers. So imagine how surprised the 12 disciples must have been when Jesus announced to them, quote, I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Now let's back up to that. I no longer call you a servant because a servant does not know his master's business, right? So somebody that worked, if the CEO of the company and the guy that works on the first floor, they don't know each other's business, right? That's all it's saying here. It says, instead, I have called you friends, right? So now Jesus is calling his disciples friends. You're no longer apprentices. I'm no longer this guy that's over you or anything like that. What I am is your friend. I'm calling you friend. And he says, for everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known to you. So he's saying everything that he learned from his Father, that he learned from God, he has made known to his friends, because he wanted them to be the best that they could be. He wanted them to be on board as well. That's in the book of John, and that's the 15th chapter, 15th verse. Okay. Then it says, in a question, Jesus has friends? So did Jesus have friends? It says, there is no greater honor or blessing on earth. It says that Jesus is the ultimate good friend. Now listen, he's saying Jesus is the ultimate good friend. As a Christian artist, as a Christian, I look at the life that Jesus led, the things that he did, the way he walked, the way he rolled, And it's saying based off of the way he did things, he was the example, what we're going to be talking about of what a good friend is. So this is good for an older person that's having trouble in their relationships, because when you get older, a lot of times it's harder for you to make friends because maybe you don't do some of this stuff, or maybe your friends don't do it to you, or maybe y'all don't talk about these things, and maybe both of y'all are off point on what a friendship is. And this also applies to maybe you are young, so maybe you're in high school and you feel a lot of peer pressure, so you're trying to go around make everybody like you, right? And so these people are appearing or have the title in your mind of a friend, but they're really somebody that's using you and you know it. But the acceptance is keeping you in that situation. But they're not really your friend. They're just somebody, they just so you don't be alone, you'll just take anything. Okay? This can be at any level. If you're younger than that, this could be on the whatever young level you're on. If you're 5, you're 6, you're 7, you're sitting up here and you're practicing art along with me, and you're wondering, you can learn now. You can start learning now what a friend is supposed to be. And then it says again that Jesus is the model of what a friend is. It says Jesus possesses, perfectly all the traits of a good friend. So here, what it did, I liked what he did. He mapped it out and he made it into an acronym. So we're gonna go ahead and get a piece of paper out, and then we're gonna do the acronym along with him. So the acronym is GOOD, GOOD. And if you guys don't know what an acronym is, that means that every letter of good friend stands for something. So that's what we're going to go through. I, E, N, D. Okay? And I'll try to write something for each one. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through these. I'm not going to keep you long. Let's just go through them, talk about them real quick, and then get you guys out of here, okay? Cherish, you asked me what book is this from? The most significant teachings in the Bible. That's what it's called, a quick view guide. So you can check that out there. All right, so you can see that. All right, so G. What does the G in good friend stand for? What characteristic did Jesus possess with the letter G that is for a friend? It says G gives us flawless counsel. Okay, so gives flawless counsel. What does that mean? Well, it says here, in fact, before he returned to heaven, he arranged to send his followers an indwelling counselor and helper, the Holy Spirit. So what he does, what Jesus did was, what this means in simple is, he tells you the right thing to do. He don't tell you what you want to hear. Okay? So if you have a friend that's doing something that ain't got no business, right? If you have a person in your life and you call them your friend, you are obligated to tell them when they are wrong. Because let me tell you something about somebody that like you. Somebody that like you will conform their life to be around you. Prime example, me and my brother, Timothy Dwayne Scott. Okay, we met in jail. Okay, long time ago, 25 years ago. My friend was a gang member. He was a street guy. He was that guy. I was a square pool table. I was a square. He used to always call me square as a pool table and twice as green, because I had no street smarts. I was none of that. I was just a guy that did some, it was stupid trouble I got into. And then the first time I won, this is where I found myself at. So I was more like, I stumbled into trouble versus he did it intentionally. Okay. But that's not the point here. The point is that as we became friends, I told him, I said he was with his gang. He was in his gang or whatever. And I told him, look, if we're going to be friends, okay, I am not a gang member. I don't know anything about that. And if you're going to be affiliated with that, I'm not going to be a part of this. And he looked at me and he says, what, home? I said, yeah. I said, I just need to know what your intentions are. Why do you want to kick it with me for? You know? And he said, man, because you don't have no motive. The rest of these guys in here want to take advantage of somebody, and you just only seem to be a person that don't have no motive. And, you know, and I said, okay. And what he did was he denounced or let go of his membership and all of his friends and all the stuff that he was doing, because I was the one person that was his friend that he would actually listen to. And as we went through our relationship, this guy could know a lot of people couldn't get through to him. But for some reason, when I said it as his friend, his true friend, he changed. So what I'm trying to tell you is that when somebody has when you have that kind of connection with a person, it's up to you to lead them the right way, because you might be the only person that can reach them. Nobody else can say to them what you can say to them. Nobody else could say to Tim the things I told, that I sat down and I told him. In open conversations. Now, so that gives flawless counsel. What does the O mean? The O means, what else did Jesus do? He offered his life for us. It says Jesus paid death for our sins while we were yet still sinners. So we didn't deserve what happened for us to give us the connection back to God. Right? His spotless life secured our righteousness. So he was a person that did nothing wrong, and we were the people that did everything wrong. But yet he offered his life. He didn't see that. So let me put that in real blank terms for you. Okay, real simple terms. That means that we are to be there and sacrifice for our friends. Okay? We as friends are doing life together. That means, as your friend, there's some things in life I want to do in my life, right? Some pleasures and things maybe I want to seek out. But for the greater good of my friend, I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to lead my friend down that road. I think that's all that needs to be said about that. For the greater good of your friend, always think about the greater good of your friend and what that does. It may seem restrictive to you. I should be able to do whatever I want to. Well, then you're not a good friend. If you intentionally give bad advice and you intentionally use your power to persuade your power to lead your friend, and you use it to persuade him to do something that he don't got no business doing, that is not a friend. And if somebody's doing that to you, that's not your friend. That's somebody that's what they call they using you. The other O stands for offers help and comfort when we are sick or we are scared. Okay? So offers, we'll just say help and comfort. I can remember, and you're going to hear me talk about Tim a lot because Tim is my friend. Okay? He's the brother that said in the Bible is going to be a friend that sticks closer than a brother. And that is him to me. He's stuck closer to me than a brother. Okay? I can remember sitting down and talking to him when we were in that situation and talking about childhood and what we had been through, and so many of our commonalities, so many things we have both experienced. And as he began to open up to me one day, we were really rolling in our relationship, and one day he came into the pod and he was crying. And I sat on the side of the bed and my heart hurt for him. I didn't know what was going on at the point at that time. But then he told me that the woman that he loved had committed suicide. Okay? And it hurt him, right? And he was not only hurt, I saw fear and scaredness, and I saw weakness, and I bared that with him. I didn't talk about him. I didn't tell him what he should do. I sat there and I listened, and I sat there and I comforted him, and I offered to be of help to him in any way that I could while he was going through the situation that he was going through. Okay? D, doesn't leave loved ones behind when life gets hard. From the agony of the cross, for example, Jesus arranged for his friend John to take care of his mother Mary. Okay? So a friend doesn't leave loved ones behind. He ain't gonna leave you behind when things get rough in your life. You're doing the right thing. Everybody comes across bad luck sometimes. You doing everything you're supposed to be doing, but this is what happened. What kind of friend is that that's going to leave you in the middle of a battle, in the middle of the fight? That's what a friend does. Now, if you have a friend, listen to me. If you have a friend, signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. And your friend he don't care about family relationships. He don't care about his mama. He don't care about his dad. He don't care about nothing. All he talks about is who he don't care about. Watch what he does. Because if he did it to them, he'll do it to you. If you think about dating a guy, think about dating a lady, right? Whichever way it goes, right? You're going to be in a relationship with this person. They talking about, well, I'm with this person, but I'm going to leave them so I can be with you because I love you, right? Our marriage is not going right now. Well, let me tell you something about marriage. Things don't go right all the time in a marriage. But it takes discipline. It takes flawless counsel. It takes offering your life. It takes offering help and comfort. It takes all this stuff to stay in a marriage. You can't be in a marriage and think it's going to always be right. So every time you get right, you're going to run around. You want to leave, right? You got a person that's like that. You might not want to deal with them because guess who's going to be the next person in their crosshairs? You. They're going to do it to you too. So think about that when you deal with people. Okay, what does F stand for? F stands for feels sympathetic and comforts us in difficulties. Okay, the gospel reveals a compassionate Savior who assured his followers the blessings of divine comfort. So Jesus was always comforting and feeling sympathetic to the disciples when they were going through things, right? Like when he was in the boat and he was telling them, why are you so worried? Don't worry about this. We can overcome this, right? This is how a friend talks to his friend. Me and Tim, when we talk to each other, hey man, you going through something right now? Look, this is the mindset you need to have. You know what I'm saying? Even if we got to go through this for a little while, trouble don't last too long. Man, don't give up. Don't give up. We can make it through this. I'm going to help you. We're going to make it through this together. Hey man, I can't. Yes, you can. I believe in you. Feels sympathetic and comforts during difficulties. I'm just going a little abbreviation right there. Okay? Then it says R, it says rejoices, stands for rejoices and mourns with us. Okay, when we have a good time, they're there with us. When we have a bad time, they're still there with us. they go through. It's called doing life together. See, a lot of times, again, when people get in a relationship, that's why people get divorced so fast. Because see, your wife is supposed to be your friend. Your husband's y'all supposed to be friends. And see, you mess things up. You go jumping in the sack first, and then when you do that, that distorts everything because your relationship is based on that. That's what happens. It's just human nature. You're no different than the rest of us. If you think you're outside of the law, no, you're not. That's the most ultimate way you can give yourself to somebody. And the reason that it's like that is because guess what happens because of it? Kids. Reproduction. That's important. You know what I mean? So we don't understand these rules. These are the rules of relationship. This is not just rules. This is a rule of becoming a good friend, becoming a good husband, becoming a good wife, becoming a good teammate, becoming a good co-worker. These are the same rules that apply. So rejoices and mourns. Excuse me. All right, then it says I stands for is irate. That means very upset. When those he loves are ignored or mistreated. Jesus often became furious with Israel's callous religious leaders who use rather than serve people. Okay? A lot of times we're going to find our friends or somebody that we love in a situation where they are being abused or they're not being, and it's all right. You're supposed to get upset because that means you're a good friend. When you know, when you can see somebody being done wrong and in your heart, right? Let me tell you what happened one time. And just because of the type of person, when I saw a man, when I met Tim, I told you we met in jail, and I saw some guys jump on a guy, and I knew the guy. His name was John, and John Wayne actually. He was a real nice guy. I had actually talked to him a few times, and he just seemed he was real cool to me. And I saw some guys jump on him and mercilessly kick and beat him and kick him all in his mouth and his teeth with these. And I couldn't believe that there were people or human beings on earth. And what was crazy about it was nobody felt, the other people there that were around were sitting there cheering this on. And nobody felt any empathy or sympathy or anything for this man in there. And I couldn't believe that people were doing this to people. Some of the things that go on in the world, that's why I don't watch a lot of TikToks and YouTubes and stuff, unless it's uplifting and edifying, because that stuff will affect you. I can't believe some of the things that people do to people. Okay? Because it hurts me as a person. That means you alive. That means you right. That means you are a good friend. That means you are doing what you are in check inside. The moment you get to where you don't care what happens to nobody, you got to watch out for that. So we'll just put the word irate there. Okay, when their friends are mistreated. Says eagerly wants to see us succeed. If you're a good friend, you're a good friend to me. You want to see me succeed. Eagerly. You don't be hating on me when you see something happen good for me. You only want to see me go forward. So let's just put eagerly succeed. N stands for never stops loving us. It says, as he told his original followers on the eve of laying down his life, he says, as the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. Now, first of all, if you got the word love mixed up, you never heard me say this before, let me break it down for you. Love is doing or acting in the best interest of the person that you're dealing with. It's not your feeling about it, because you can not feel like doing something and still do it. Right? I'm a parent. I know all about this. If anybody here is a parent, you know what I'm talking about. If anybody here has a job, right? If you ever worked for somebody, you know what I'm talking about, right? You want to tell your boss where he can get off at, right? And then you want to do some other things to go along with that. But you don't. Even though you feel like it, you still do it, what they were asking you to do. You see what I mean? So, same thing here. You can still love somebody indeed, because that's what it's a deed. Indeed, you love God. It says because, see, if you don't have God, you can't really love. You got to understand that. And that was a hard pill for me to swallow, because I thought one time I was talking to my ex, and I told her, we were on the phone, I had an opportunity to talk to her while I was in my new relationship, and it was because of our daughter. So I had to talk to her about something concerning that. And the thing came up, and I told her, and I says, well, you know, I never loved you. And she lost it. What do you mean we weren't in love? What do you mean we didn't love? And I says, well, because maybe let me define my position on what love is. This way you can understand what I mean when I say we didn't love each other. You did things that hurt me. I did things that hurt you. Neither of us were acting in love toward each other. We were just fighting. We were enemies, in fact. Right? This is stuff you do to somebody you don't love. Right? So we didn't love each other. But he's saying, and the reason I couldn't love, what I didn't know is because when I didn't have God's love, there's no way that I could love somebody else, because my relationship to God is what causes me to act outside of myself, because I work for in other words, my purpose is bigger than the person in front of me. You get what I mean? But if you don't have a purpose bigger in front of you than the thing you're trying to love, you can't love, because it's no continuity between it. Other than that, you just using them. You being nice to them because you want something from them. You see them as an extension of yourself, right? You want to raise, so you're nice to your boss, right? You want your kids to like you, right? Because you want them to like you. So you give them things that they don't, that's destroying them, but you think is love, but you see it as an extension of you, so you feel like you doing the right thing. So you loving them because you love you and you need them to help you do it. But when you love God, you saying, you know what, I'm accountable to God for everything that I do, right? So therefore, no, this person I'm going to love because God loved me first. And now I'm going to transfer that love that he has for me, and I'm going to show that love to somebody else, because at the end of the day, this is the reason why I love. Because I've been empowered to, I've been instructed to. This is where my faith and everything is from. This is where everything comes from here. That's the only way I could love my wife. That's the only way I could. Sometimes my wife would do something and make me want to, oh my goodness. But then God will say, okay, Harry, now you're going to shake that off. You good? Go sit down, go take a nap, go do what you got to do. But you know, me and God, you and me don't roll like that. So I don't care what she did. What I'm telling you is, what does the word say? What did I tell you to do? You love me, right? Okay, well, this is the way we got to do it. And then that's kept me married and in a relationship, in a committed relationship. I ain't messing around. I ain't doing nothing. None of that type of stuff. I could never do that before. It's because of my faith. Now, let's finish up here. The ends. Oh, we already did never stops loving us. So this is the last one. So let's put never stops loving. So again, realize you can't love unless you know God. You got to have a bigger purpose than the purpose in front of you. Purpose in front of you is not sufficient enough. That's why a mother can leave her kids. That's why a father can leave his son. Right? That's why some of the things in this world happen. Because it says in the scripture that a human heart is desperately wicked. And it says, who knows what the heart of a human being is capable of? How deep and how bad and what we will actually do. And the world's showing you what's capable of. I know you've seen some things, like I've seen some things make you go, oh my goodness, like somebody actually did that? Yep. Because we don't have within us, because we don't even love ourselves that much, to be honest with you. The only reason we would do that is because we feel we have an accountability to God. We feel purpose in our life. That is what makes us love, feeling the accountability to God. And the last thing, I know we saved this for last because this is an awesome one. It says D doesn't envy us. On the my friend will not envy me. Just because he sees me have something that he doesn't have, he will not be envious of me. A lot of times, look at as soon as you get your friend, who you think is your friend and who you think love you and who you think, right? As soon as you get something and you come up on something, they'll act like they're your friend. Because remember, they don't love you, because what they're doing is they want something from you. So they appear to be a friend to you because they need you in some shape, form, or fashion. And they want you to believe this until they can get close enough to you to take everything you got. Until they get close enough to you to steal your money, to take the wife from you, to take your husband from you. They got motive, disguised as love, and wrapped up with a bow. And if you don't know God, you'll fall for it. If you don't know what a friend is, you'll fall for it. So your friend should not envy you. It says, by the same measure, Jesus isn't just a good friend. He's the best friend we could ever have, because Jesus does all these things for us. He will give us flawless counsel. He did offer his life for us. He does offer his help to us when we're sick and when we're going through things. He doesn't leave us behind when we're going through things in life. He feels sympathetic and comfort us in difficulties. He rejoices with us and mourns with us when we're going through stuff. He's mad when he sees us go through something or somebody's mistreating us. He wants to see us succeed. He'll never stop loving us, and he doesn't envy us or care. He doesn't have attachment to physical worldly things. And the reason that envy develops in people is because we have an attachment to physical stuff. So we'll use somebody to get a car or a coach purse. So you listen now on you look on these things and you see the people, some of the young ladies I saw, I can't have a husband unless he makes this much money a year and he does this and that and everything. And I'm like, what does that have to do with being a good husband? What does that have to do with being a good husband? Or what does that have to do with being a good wife, right? What does that have to do with anything? These are you get what I'm saying? I love you, I love me, and I don't even really love me. But I need you to help me pacify whatever it is I got going on inside of me. You are a drug to me, and I need drugs to make me feel good in the moment that I'm in. I don't feel any love for myself. I'm just addicted to this drug. And I need the drug because the drug sometimes make me forget how much I don't love myself. Because that feels hurtful. So I need somebody that's going to give me that drug. And a lot of times a fake friend, that's what they do. They latch on to you like that. So that's our word of the day, finding or being a good friend. I want to thank you guys for coming out to the stream today. I hope that you received something from that today. I know that I did. So I'm going to go ahead and pray out, guys, and then we're going to go ahead and turn you guys over to the rest of your day. I'll be streaming again on Saturday. Remember, guys, the stream is going to be a little late Saturday because I want to go to my nephew's soccer game on Saturday morning. I want my kids to see their cousins, so I'm going to take off what I want to do for what I need to do because I need to show love to my family, right? Okay? So, Father God, just thank you for your word and thank you for showing us how to be a good friend. May we take this word and implement it in our life and learn or be better friends and have better relationships with the people that are around us. In Jesus' name that I pray, amen. So I want to thank you guys for coming out. Tammy, thank you. I saw that you tipped or you gave me a donation here on Cash App. I really, really appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Right? Cherish, my friend, thank you so much. Miss Ebony, my friend, all my friends here. Right? Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me. If you guys have not checked out our Patreon page as well, don't forget, guys, to check out our Patreon page. I think I'll put the information. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know if I put it up here. I think I pinned it up at the top, didn't I? Yeah, so check out the pin at the very top right here, and it'll show you like about our Patreon page, and that's our fan support page. If you guys want to support our art ministry, guys, thank you so much for that in advance. We certainly appreciate it. So, guys, have a great and blessed evening, and the Rouser will see you next time. Have a good day.